Hello. This better be good. This Frank Sutherland interrupted my morning nap. Reference on Partipilo? Who's it? Oh, Partipilo. Yeah, I remember him. He was a photographer. Pretty good photographer too, as I recall. In fact, he was so good we decided to send him off to cover the war. We told him not to get killed, but he got ambushed on a convoy, sure enough, and got out of his vehicle and started shooting pictures. Good pictures, but at least he got home safe. But then, instead of being safe at home, he goes and hangs out with all these dangerous gangs, smoking pot and causing all sorts of trouble in Middle Tennessee towns. But he made some kind of really fine picture story that won lots of awards. Yeah, he was really good. But finally, we got him a good assignment. We assigned him to cover the Nashville Flower Club's installation of new officers. And he knew how to do it. He charmed those ladies. He made them think they were runway models. Oh, they loved him. And he got good pictures of that, too. Yeah, he is a fine photographer, and I guess if I were hiring a photographer, he'd be at the top of my list. Yeah, he'd be at the very top. He's the very best. Just don't tell him I said so.
Hello everybody, I'm Graham Nash. I'm a friend of Jay's. He's been a friend of mine for many years. Years ago, he started sweeping the floor of my studio, and in a couple of years, he was running the studio. He's a fantastic artist, a great photographer, and a great friend. I love you, Jay. Have a great time.
Hi, my name is Mary Kahneman. I'm just delighted to be able to say a few words about my friend and former colleague, John Partipilo. It goes without saying, John is an immensely talented photographer. His body of work speaks for itself, far beyond any meager words I could conjure up. It would be easy to say his is a talent with which he was born, but I believe that would be a disservice to both John and his work. I have no doubt nature deserves some recognition, but the nurturing, the work behind what he does, is what made what he does so exceptional. John has an innate ability to connect with people and situations in, shall we say, shutter-fast speed. He earns the trust and cooperation of people while delving into the heart of situations, some happy, some tragic. That is the nature of John. The nurturing comes from all that work I mentioned a minute ago. He's dedicated years of learning and training and gained the experience that has helped him develop an eye for light and shadow, how they interact and how they play together. It also developed in him the drive that made him learn the mechanics of the camera, and he knows how to make that camera speak. Together, they tell incredible stories, made so by their beauty, sometimes their horror, but always their humanity. Turning photos into art has as much to do with John's personality as it does his skill. We all have phones with cameras. We all take pictures. What John does is capture not only an image, but a moment in time, and the emotion and essence of that moment, and he transports us there. His skills and techniques are phenomenal, but neither is complete without the human element that is John Partipilo. I am so proud to have worked with him. I'm proud to call him a friend. In fact, congratulations, my friend. You deserve recognition. Thank you.
Hi, John. Congratulations. Hi, you guys. My name is Beth English. I was one of John's editors at the Tennessean in Nashville, and he's always so great to work with, and now we work together on a lot of creative projects, and it's so exciting to celebrate John and his great work. He's the best. Love you, Johnny.
Hi, my name is Leon Alligood. I teach journalism at Middle Tennessee State University, but for 30 years before that, I was a reporter. The last 10, I was at the Tennessean in Nashville. That's where I crossed paths with John Partipilo. What can I say about John? He's exuberant, he's a loyal friend, and he's one of the best photographers I ever had the privilege of working with. Whenever I went out on assignment with him, I knew I had to bring my A game because I knew he was going to be doing the same. He, in many ways, made me a better reporter. Do I have stories to tell about John? I have many, but I'll share one. We went to Iraq in 2004 to cover a unit of the 101st Airborne as they came home to Fort Campbell. We had reached Kuwait, where we were waiting on our turn for a flight home. And as we waited, we were given the opportunity to accompany General David Petraeus to the border of Kuwait and Iraq and watch him welcome the rear detachment of our unit come across the border. But when our ride arrived to take us to meet the general, I could not find John anywhere. Off in the distance, I heard a commotion, and I knew immediately where he was. The Washington Redskins cheerleaders were visiting the camp, and they had decided to perform a little dance routine for the very appreciative soldiers. I found John on the front row, camera to eye, capturing this historic moment for posterity. I punched him on the shoulder and said, "Our ride is waiting." He said, "Just one more." Now, when John Partipilo says just one more, what he really means is, I'm going to stay here and take 1,000 more pictures. After several more futile attempts to get him away from the cheerleaders, I grabbed his shoulder, looked him in the eye, and said, "The general's waiting. And if you don't come with me right now, I'm going to kick you back to Arkansas." Or words to that effect. He came with me, and I told the story of the general saluting his troops. It remains one of my favorite pieces, and his photographs one of my favorite images that he took while we were there. John, congratulations on your induction into the Hall of Fame. You deserve it. I love you like a brother, and I would go to war with you any day. I salute you.